So I used to say that my superpower was I didn't care what anybody thought about me. And, that's changed. It's gone back and forth over the years. Some years that's stronger than other years because you know what? We're all human. And sometimes I'm feeling really confident and sometimes I'm feeling a little bit weaker, right? A little more susceptible to other people's criticisms. But when I said that's my superpower, I don't care what other people think about me. It's something that comes with age. I feel like the older you get, the wiser you get, and you start to realize it doesn't really matter what other people think about what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, if I'm coming off like I know what I'm talking about or I don't know what I'm talking about. I think you just gain this certain amount of confidence that you don't have when you're younger. And when you're younger, you may be susceptible to somebody saying something to you and it hurts your feelings, right? You take it to heart. It hampers you from doing things, going places, maybe talking to people. It can really impact you. And so I wanted to put this video together because I feel like it's an important message to share that, don't care about what other people think, right? You don't care too much because you have some people who maybe they just feel bad about themselves, right? They feel bad about themselves, and to make them feel better, maybe they say something mean to somebody. Like, that gives them some sort of power that invigorates their souls somehow, making somebody else miserable. And, maybe that comes from a place where they've faced criticisms and, really not been in the best situations, and they just feel bad about themselves and who they are. And so then they'll go and make other people feel bad about themselves. I think back to when I was younger, and I think about like grade school, and somebody would say, something to somebody else like, oh, your sneakers are, out of style, ugly, this or that. People would have stuff to say about like what you were wearing, like you weren't cool enough or, and you'd really take it to heart. Maybe your family couldn't afford Air Jordans, right? So you just had some non-brand name sneaker. Maybe just like style wasn't your thing. You didn't pick the coolest clothes to put together. But like, to make somebody feel like a lesser than because of that, when you do that, there's just, when you're the mean girl, I say, like, there's just something about you that you don't feel good enough about. So you're just now taking it out on other people, and it's just not cool. So I tell my kids, like, don't give any credence to that. Like, there's going to be mean girls. There's going to be people that say mean things, and just feel bad for them in the sense that they don't think enough of themselves, right? They don't think enough of themselves and give themselves enough credit. So they have to, take it out on other people. And then there's the other group of people who are just mean people, right? I mean, those people exist in this world. I'm not sure how they got that way. Maybe they too face some injustices, but there's just some mean people. There's mean people who say mean things. And I'd like to think that we need to give those people grace as well. But sometimes I just feel like they should know better, right? They should know better. So I challenge you the next time somebody says something to you and you can tell you're taking it to heart and that it's affecting you and it's impacting how you feel, maybe other choices that you're making. Like, just take a step back and think about it, Think about it. Should you really give so much value and so much energy to what this person has said to you? Like, do they deserve it? Does what they said to you really deserve you to be caught up in that energy, right? Assuming that energy is coming from a place that's not a nice place, that is a hurtful place, right? Should you really give that much of you to what they've said? Or can you, again, like, just take a deep breath, think about it, and say, I'm carrying on. I'm moving forward. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you're going to say about, what I'm doing, or you think I'm funny, or you think I'm not smart, or you think I'm inadequate, or you think, I look different than you. Like, I don't care, because I'm comfortable in myself. I'm confident with myself. I know myself, and I believe in myself, and I don't care what you think. So I challenge you. It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy, right? These are life lessons. It's not easy. And I think that's why in time that becomes a little bit easier to manage, and it doesn't like suck your soul so much. But there'll still be times in life where somebody says something and it is hurtful, and it is hard to look past it, and it is hard to move forward, right? Because we're all human at the end of the day. We're not perfect. We have feelings, we have emotions, we have ups, we have downs, we have strengths, we have weaknesses, and sometimes that ebbs and flows. Maybe I'll feel confident and strong one season, and then the next, maybe I'll too have doubts about myself, right? It ebbs and flows. So just give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and know that we're all in these situations where we all experience these feelings, and we're all just trying to make the best of this life that we have. And that's why I'm making these videos. Maybe some of my thoughts, some of my feelings, some of my struggles, some of my weaknesses, some of my strengths will be helpful to the world out there. I'll see you in the next video.